Hey, kindness starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real, without trill, to give you a thrill. That is beautiful, with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Tarot Show. Tarot Show. You better act like you know. I don't know. Something is wrong with this display. What's going on? What's this? Anyway. Oh, well, I guess that's probably going to be for the best anyway. Because you all trying it. You all trying it. I'm ready. Anyway, but yeah, hi divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay, we're gonna bring some love in the air. What a sweet comeback, okay? Figuratively and literally, okay? So some people have come back into your life, that's what I mean. But also, your response to something, of course, like when someone says something to you, someone says, then you say something back to them. But, like, not even the words or just your demeanor of things as well. Wow. I'm loving this, actually. I'm interested to see how everything turns out after this. Yeah, so we're going to start off and we're going to separate divine masculine and divine feminine's messages today and see what they want to say to each other. Okay, I'm so tired. Okay. Normally divine masculine be wanting to go first on this, so we're gonna look at divine masculine. So these are coming from divine masculine, male or female. I just say he and she because it'd be easier. Okay, I've learned my lesson in reverse, or I'm tired of these motherfuckers not learning their lesson. Just my type in reverse. They not even my type. I don't even like these motherfuckers. They some of these, especially if it's a woman, yeah, a girl, yeah, you're a girl, all right, you're a girl, all right. These bitches just be looking for a place to stay. They be looking for someone who's gonna take care of them. They feel like they've earned that. They feel like that is what someone's supposed to do. Someone even told them that this is what they're supposed to do. A lot of them have come from families who have been known to just, mooch off of men, and then they wonder why now they have probably even kids who are, being used by men as well because they've done that to people. And then now they got their stuff together and then their kids are being treated that way. And I'm not saying anything against the kids, but this is how it ends up playing out. And then now you wondering why generational curses are passed on, or y'all breaking these generational curses and then they coming back up again. But it says it's all about the Benjamins, baby. In reverse, this bitch ain't even got no cheese, okay? You ain't the one for me, bitch. You ain't got shit I need, bitch. You want me to take my time with you. Maybe I'm not your speed, bitch. Maybe I'm not your lead, bitch. You ain't even got no cheese, bitch. Maybe I'm just too G for you. Maybe I'm just too street, bitch. I can't even roll in peace. Why? Everybody notice me, yeah. I can't even go to sleep. Why? I'm rolling on a bean, yeah. They try to give me eight. Got on my knees like, Jesus, please. You don't believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus, please? If you want to leave, just leave. You ain't got a lot of me. Even the blind can see that you ain't going to ride for me. Man, you showing me the love you say you got for me. Ain't no loyalty. You lied to me. You said you gonna ride for me. Yep. Okay. A friend told me. So someone steady trying to send their friends to do their dirty work or to do things they supposed to do. A dad or someone could be very close to their dad. That's divine masculine. I know what you want. In reverse, though, I don't know what you want. Even and despite some of these interactions, people still not getting the information they need. Okay, somebody also, hasn't gotten enough of something. Got enough information, got enough something from you as well. Divine feminine. For 20 times, someone's birthday could also be in April or on the 20th of any month, or days adding up to 2 or 4, okay, or the 24th, okay, so 6 as well. So the 15th, the 6th, the 24th, And then the 11th, the 2nd, and the 20th. Yeah, so, and then what was the other one? The 4th. Yeah, so 13, 31st. I sometimes forget that. 31st and whatever, the 22nd. Okay. Killing them, all right. You be killing them in reverse, okay? Or somebody's getting on somebody's nerves so much that they want to kill them. Like, oh, I want to kill their ass. Like, it's one of those. It's not a real feeling like they gonna do it. Some of you hoes done it. You don't say that shit until after you've done it. I should kill their ass. Okay, you've done it. Okay, now clean it up. I'd love to be seen with you. See, someone hasn't got enough of something, so maybe they haven't got enough FaceTime with you. Okay, some of you guys could be FaceTiming as well. You're the you're the only one who puts up with me. I think I'm scared in reverse. So it's like, I'm scared you're not gonna want to put up with me like everybody else as well. This divine masculine could be saying, I'm gonna get you right in reverse. I feel like I'm gonna fumble you. I'm gonna mess up with you. I'm gonna play for you in reverse. I don't want to play with you. And I was singing Kodak Black and extension song, Roll in Peace earlier. And then I was also getting another song by Kodak Black, Heart Mind, okay? He says, and with plies, he says, you ain't no PS4 or nothing, so I don't play with you. Thank you. So also, like, I would like, maybe I got something right, but, to focusing more on you is like, you know, they're being so polite. It's part of that sweetness, they're sweet. They're coming at you with sweetness and kindness, and it's so cute. It's very cute as well. But yeah, they're saying thank you to you, divine feminine. Oh, how it's set up is different. Thank you for the first bonus blessings to you. Okay, I thought it wasn't gonna show me at all. I was like, maybe that's a good thing. Okay, you're killing them. Okay, it's like you deserve it. Thank you. Thank you, spirit. Okay, ooh, that one. Okay, ooh, they want to give you that one. Divine masculine saying whatever, whenever. Okay, whenever we'll be together, I'll be there and I'll be near. Dun, 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 dun. Shakira, okay, someone's names and her initials to start with that. XOXO. Yeah, I want to hug and kiss you. I want to fuck you. You're the only one. You're the only one I want to fuck. Or you're not the only one. Somebody else is fucking. Okay, or I found out I wasn't the only one. Bitch, yeah. He telling you like he caught somebody. Okay, bitch. I know I'm not the only one. That letter S is very significant. Sam Smith. Okay, fucking argument in reverse. Yeah, I'm still mad. Okay, I'm still mad at that shit. All right, songs stuck in my head. Okay, so some songs y'all share with each other or certain things remind you of each other as well. I found out. Okay, I found out what type of things you like. Okay, I think I'm scared. Like, so they're very I guess they're to not be like, they really care about what you think of them or how they appear to you. So see, it's like that sweetness, that cuteness is like so much they worry so much about it. They're so scared. Who the fuck are they? Also, they're probably scared of someone you have around you as well, divine feminine. Okay. I'm gonna get I'm glad that I can lean on you in reverse. Yeah, people have left them out in the cold. That's probably why they're still mad as well. Who the fuck they think they are. They was trying to play God. Some of them, like sucked them dry for everything they had, or most of what they had, and then act like these people never helped them as well. Please don't hurt me. Yeah, so they're really scared that somebody else is going to do the same thing because people just hurt them like assholes. Okay, and you will never get nobody else like that again. Okay, I'm always rooting for you in reverse. This person, yeah, never supported them, but always wanted some, always had their hand out, huh? a water sign was not involved, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, it wasn't a water sign. It wasn't this water sign. Or they didn't like the water sign and they liked somebody else, all right? Take it as you need to. I never meant you no harm in reverse. Yeah, that's all they wanted to do is hurt me. All they did do is hurt me as well. It's like they got a pleasure out of hurting someone. This divine masculine. Meet my parents in reverse. They never got along with their parents probably too as well, or they're using their parents as a crutch to keep staying in people's lives. Like, yeah, I'm close to their parents or whatever. I would never go anywhere. I'll always be their daughter. I'll always be this. I'll always be family and shit like that. Nah, go on somewhere. All right. Why do you even, like, if you think about it, okay, unless the family is feeling like that, but most of the time when the person is saying that, advocating so much for themselves, the family is just trying to be polite, trying to be kind, trying to, like trying to save face, may not be courageous enough, may just be too damn sweet. Like, we just see the sweetness, and like, if it ain't no broke, don't fix it type of shit, like, but until it has to be fixed, they won't feel the need to say nothing. So at that point, after you're now feeling like something needs to be fixed, then you should be, you should allow the line to be directly formed in the middle of y'all, that boundary, aka the boundary, but that line to be involved to the where it's like, okay, technically your time is up here, like, it's good that we could depart amicably, or depart cordially and be cordial, like, no hate, no harm, no foul, right? See, still, it's still in that same energy of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it's like, you don't have to, like, sit there because it's a situation that is not broke, don't fix it. It's like, you don't have to sit there, So I don't get, like, unless, like I said, that family has not defined that boundary or allowed that boundary to form itself, that line to form itself, um, amongst you guys, because the family will eventually be like, yeah, honey, like, or, like, sweetheart, like, I love you and everything like that. But, like, it doesn't really make sense anymore, especially if it's something that's causing a problem that needs to be fixed. If it is not broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke, you need to fix it. And so some families would even just feed into that. It's like, yeah, they will always be family. Oh, what is it to you? And all this type of stuff. And it's like, it is something to me, because now the only reason why this person knows of you or are around these people is because of me. And because I have been removed out of the equation where I connect you with them, you should be disconnected as well. They should be disconnected because the disconnection has happened. This connection has formed. Then so now everybody is in a place where they really don't want to be, or someone's being taken out of their way, being forced to be kind when they don't have to be, Yeah, I prayed on it, like, so yeah, so someone needed guidance, someone needed advice of, like, even being able to let that line form. Like, you don't have to do much probably, but it's like allowing that line to form, and then seeing the line there and being like, yeah, they can't cross this line and I can't cross this line. It doesn't make sense anymore, because now at this point someone's feeling entitled. It is more of that person advocating so much for themselves, and then when they're advocating so much for themselves, they ended up helping and contributing to divining that line. Okay, so much where you're now seeing how they're trying to cross that line when they really have no merit to, and there's really no reason to, and you're trying to disturb the peace in this harmonious relationship that is to form, that is happening right now amongst us. You're fucking it up for yourself. Why would you even want to be there? Why do you want to see that type of thing? Why do you want that in your face? Why do you even want the opportunity for things like that to come up, and for things so, because that's so relevant in their life right now, you're not a part of that celebration. It's almost like they're celebrating something and you're trying to force yourself into this party, and you weren't invited. You're not invited. You can't fit in this party. You have no role in this party. Since they can't party, you can't party. Since they can't party, you can't. A Virgo could be significant. Virgo, Libra, cusp too, as well. So get your stank ass on. Yeah, get on now. That's a song I made up for Virgo. I did it for 9 zodiac signs, and I have 3 more left to do, or 10. I don't know. 10 zodiac, and then 2 more. I don't know anymore. And I'm only gonna do those when they come to me. I didn't do them all at the same time, but when I did do them, multiple of them came out at the same time. Okay, something came up in reverse. Yeah, so now it's like at first maybe it wasn't nothing. Like maybe I didn't. It didn't bother me at first. A divine masculine could be saying, it didn't bother me at first, and then now I was like, it does bother me, and now I see how this will be issue. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem, or this is, you know thank you, like, so I probably, validated somebody, or, empowered somebody, because sometimes all you need is empowerment. You don't want to be the asshole. They have whole threads about, like, that they'll post something and be like, am I the asshole? Because it's certain situations where it's like, you feel like you have to act, but depending on how your relationship is, you're like, I don't want to show my hand in that way because that's not how I really mean it, but it's a necessary thing I must address. So you feel like an asshole. And then they start winning based on you being afraid to feel like an asshole. So sometimes you just have to be the asshole, or realize it ain't you being an asshole. It's you allowing that line to form. And you knowing where to go after that line is formed. I'm scared in reverse. Now I'm not scared anymore. Okay, so that's probably why they said thank you as well. But yeah, some of these bitches were ungrateful and shit like that as well. What do you need from me? Okay, in reverse. And even then, it's like someone always had all the weight on their shoulder. It was always up to them. Like somebody was like, nope, always saying no to them, always opposing what they want, or what they do, what they have as well. Mm-hmm. I'm a money magnet, a money magnet. Some people were defined by what they had and what they didn't have. That's my song, Money Magnet. I'm so freaky. Also, like, this person could have spent a lot on, like, intimate acts, okay, outside of the relationship. I'm speechless. Okay, you weren't supposed to know that. Okay, my hubby or wifey, like, and that's in reverse. So that's probably why they did that. They always wanted to escape. They could be a Pisces or have heavy Pisces placements in their chart. Okay. I'll love you for life in reverse. I knew it wasn't unconditional love. A divine masculine could be saying. I support you. Like, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you and all your bullshit. Jacquees, okay. I'd rather be with you and all your bullshit. I love to be seen with you. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. Wow. Yeah, so that is very significant. Come through. Come through. Okay. So somebody wants you to come through as well. I carry your picture everywhere in reverse. Or, like, I can look at you all day. This is giving me that after saying I'd love to be seen with you. I can look at you all day, and it says you did good. Don't be talking to me, divine masculine, coming through this. Can I expect this? Okay. Is this something I expect? Or divine masculine could want to know, like, what do you expect? Okay. Should I be worried? Okay. Is there something I should expect? You expect from me and I should be worried about. Okay, so I'm going to get some tarot for that in particular. Somebody's having fun. They said they're having fun. The Emperor, divine masculine card come right out. They weren't feeling like they were a divine masculine, maybe because they're just so sweet. Okay, stay sweet. All right, don't let them turn you bitter because of their stupid ass. Now, this is the Page of Wands, and he's like writing on the tablet, like, I'm taking notes. Okay, I've duly noted. I'm getting that as well. Someone could use that, like, phrase as well. Duly noted. Temporary hoe alert in reverse. I have no more hoes. I got rid of all my hoes, rid of all my girls as well. Spiritual warfare card in reverse, basically. I mean, like, spiritual warrior, wounded warrior, nine of wands in reverse. Like, so I got rid of, like, so some of these people, some of these divine masculines needed certain divine feminines for emotional security, for, validation of, whatever they decided to do or wanted to do, was it okay? So they could have been dealing with someone who was like older than them, more mature even as well. What else? What else you should be? What else should divine masculine should be concerned about? Okay, and then we got six of wands in reverse. So rejection, as well, or you shouldn't be concerned about rejection or not succeeding. If you did all the necessary work, we got journeying in a reverse. Basically, a journey going starting on a journey in reverse. So you did all the you've done all the necessary works as well. You should also expect, to be serious, to want to commit. We got the four of wands in reverse as well. You should expect someone to not tolerate non-committal, even indicators, red flags, and none of that. Then we got the hermit in reverse. Okay. You also should probably expect this person to, be able to teach you things, be open to this person to teaching you things, since it is in reverse, because maybe you are used to figuring it out everything on your own. Whether it's like duty, task wise, or just, knowledge wise. Eight of Cups in reverse, staying in situations that, don't serve you. But it's like, so maybe going with this divine feminine, this divine being, and not no temporary hoe. Okay. You should expect to, like, if you coming in, you gonna stay. All right, there's no leaving. Okay, either you gonna be with me, or I'm gonna be with you. Or, like, type of energy, really, death do us part. Okay, we take these vows seriously over here, a divine feminine could be saying. And then we got Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I want to be stable. I want to be able to, you know, walk in my femininity. And then on this Four of Pentacles card, I look at this as like depicting the higher self. There's a, bigger being buried into the ground, and they have longer arms. But we only know they're the bigger being because they have longer arms. And then on top of that bigger being's head stands the normal size, like our current vessel. I would look at it as. And, like, and I also equate the younger self, which will be like kind of our lower selves and mature selves, to the higher self, because eventually, you know your younger self meets your higher self, because it's been there all this time. So for this bigger being to be on the bottom, and then the normal being, the vessel, the one that's actually doing something in present day, is on the top of it. It's like, like allowing them to reach their highest potential, allowing yourself to reach your highest potential, because they gonna do that. They gonna focus on them. So, or expect this person to always be focused on their goals. And then we got the King of Pentacles here, or expect to be a provider, expect that you gonna handle the money, because maybe this divine feminine don't like to touch money. I used to watch the show Blackish before it was canceled or whatever, it stopped. Anyway, I used to watch that show Blackish. It has Tracy Ellis Ross in there. These names and initials could be significant, so I'm taking time to say it. What's his name? Lawrence Fishburne. Jennifer Lewis, I think her name is, and Andre. No, his name is Andre on there. I always think of him as Andre Anderson, Anthony Anderson. Okay, because his last name is Anderson, so I really think of him as Andre. He played the shit out of that role. So or, like, played it like so much that I think of him as him. Like, a lot of actors I do like that, but like I really thought that was his name. Um so Andre or Andrew, could be important, and he, as well. But yeah, so in that one of the episodes on that show, they were focusing on the money aspects. And then, so Tracy is Rainbow on the show, and she is a doctor. Okay, so she has her own money, everything coming in, right? And then Andre who is Anthony Anderson, is a advertising executive, I want to say, or he's in a room with those people. Yeah, he's like the urban. Oh, I hate that, but he's like the urban president of the company or something like that. But it's a certain division he's the president of, not the president of the whole company. And I hate that. But anyway, and that was like the first episode on that show. They were depicting that. But like I and it was the first episode, so it makes sense why, I still think that, even though they addressed it, they kind of addressed it in the episode, but still don't sit right with me because that's what they do to us. And then and then they want us to feel special to keep us around, so they'll give us something like that, like you're the leader of only the black people or the colored people, like you're only the leader of that, but I'm the president of everything, okay, even the president of you too, all right. So just like it gives me that energy, and I'm like, so if I'm able to be the president of something, I need to be able to be the president of what matters. Okay, so if you're gonna give me that role needs to matter. So if I'm only the president of this, like you don't need no president of this, then all right. You got a president of the whole company. That's all the only president we need. All right. You don't need a president of a certain division. All right. You need a leader of a certain division then. All right. Anyway, so and that came from one episode, the first episode on that show, and I still think that about the whole show, because he still works there. He tried to do something on his own throughout the series too, later on in the series, but he eventually ends up back at this company. So somebody also could have had a similar journey as well. But yeah, so yeah, and in a certain episode, so Andre, the dad, is responsible for the money no matter how much money anybody makes. He's responsible. He's responsible for all matters dealing with money. Okay. Got a King of Pentacles here. He's upright. So he not, so this could also be a Gemini. I'm getting in that song by Donnell Jones. Names and initials important too. My apology. Someone could want to apologize as well, but he says that it's the gentleman not in me. I got split personalities, but I'm a provider. G, bills paid by the first you see. Like he keeps it popping with the currency, and then he did say I'm a money magnet. So money ain't a thing for him. All right, Jermaine Dupri, okay, and Jay-Z, or what's his name, Sean Carter. Names and initials. The S. Look at the S. S is giving me snake energy since it's coming up so much. Y'all could have been dreaming about snakes, or you had a dream, a special dream about snakes in the past. All right. And it's funny because I've never had a dream about snakes. All right. So don't try to send one over here too. You know why though? I'm not gonna do you a favor and tell you why. I've never had a dream about snakes. So you think about how that's possible. Never had a dream about snakes. You think about how that is possible. And maybe you will never mess with me again. Maybe. Or maybe you'll continue to try it, thinking you're immune. Anyway, yeah, so Rainbow's, and I think even Rainbow on that show, she makes more than Andre does, but I'm not sure. But either way it go, he's always responsible for it. He was responsible for hiring the accountant, their family accountant, who is John Witherspoon, who could be one of your angels. But yeah, he's responsible for that part of it. And then so there was one day they went to their hired accountant, who was kind of, like he's too homey, like he's too homey, like he's too comfortable, so although he knows his shit, he knows loopholes around things, he is not good at managing in a way where it appears like you're the president of a company and not a president of a department. You see, I still have a grudge over that. But anyway, so um it was one episode where, because Andre has this obsession with buying like expensive shoes, like shoes that have like snake skin and like different animal skin on them, or special edition of Jordans and Nikes and stuff like that. He's obsessed with doing that, but he still has a huge house with his family, able to send his kids to private school, able to, provide his parents a home or a place to stay under his own roof or a guest house, so they're able to do this as a family, and there came a time where, um, they went to a school, because I don't know if John Witherspoon, he was taught at school, but either way, a more educated financial advisor, or a more so less homey, homely. Let's just say, I don't know, because homey sounds offensive. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it's this comfortable feeling, and not, like ugly or bad or anything. It's just this comfortable feeling where certain clients don't deserve, or should not only get what flavor John Witherspoon was bringing to the table. Like, I feel like, because Andre and Rainbow had this profile of, what I just named that they have, you know, although they have this accountant that they hired for the family and knew, or whatever, off the block, however they knew, I can't remember exactly how, like, they also should have a official one where they are being taken seriously, or this accountant themselves should take them seriously, knowing they have all these assets and stuff. And because he would have like things to tell them to do, that could come back and bite them later. And I think that's what happened or something. I don't know. But they went to this financial advisor in the office. They will meet John Witherspoon, like restaurants and stuff. But either way, go. I'm not trying to shit on nothing, nobody tussle or anything like that. But certain clients deserve certain considerations. Let's just say. But anyway, and then so they went to this office as a couple, and they didn't tell the man nothing about who their family was, the genetic makeup of their family. So they only showed the man what they could, that he could figure out on paper or could see on paper. That's all he knew about them. So he was like, "Oh, you guys are, like he was listing out, like, oh, you guys savings and stuff like that." He was like, "Oh, you guys, it looks like you're in pretty good shape, like you don't have any children, right?" And then they was like, yeah, we have 4 children. And yeah, they have 4 children, and they're able to be the black family in the in this beautiful neighborhood, But anyway, yeah, and it was like, he was like, "Oh, well, you're fucked." Like, once he found out, he basically said, "You're fucked." I think he even said that, but like, you're fucked if you have 4 children. What? You're not gonna even be able to put one person through college or something like that. One child through college or something like that, with finances looking like this. But that's why I was saying what I said, because like certain things, or certain considerations or factors are very important when it comes to certain financial decisions. So when Rainbow, because Rainbow, this is her first kind of meeting having to even deal with the money ever. And because she grew up in a family who didn't like to talk about money, or the mother didn't like to talk about money. So the mother ended up passing that same belief to her daughter. So her daughter didn't like to talk about money, even though there was no reason for her daughter to not want to talk about money. The mother didn't want to talk about money because they were like hippies. They were always on the road. They lived on a compound and stuff like that. So they got it how they live. So they always, had to use resources like that sparingly or not sparingly. I don't know. But, and then so Rainbow not having to do that, like, and then already having this belief, it made her totally out of the loop on something so big. So she was upset because she was like, "I trusted my man to handle this because you said you wouldn't touch it." But she was also end up being mad at herself because she didn't want to touch it. she didn't want to touch money, and that came and stemmed from her mother not wanting to touch money. Even though if she buckled down and looked at the money, it was nothing to be afraid of or fearful of or scared of as well, and she would probably enjoy it. And then, so she ended up going back to her mother and saying, "Why didn't you like to do it?" And besides this, like what I was saying, why didn't you like to do it? She said, "Because I don't understand it," and she was upset about it. I think she started crying too, you know. And she was like, "Yeah, and I don't either. I don't understand it either." And they don't understand it because they don't want to touch it. They don't want to be in it as well. So, that's why it's very important for maybe this divine feminine, because she touches it, or uh, she's very involved, or she's too involved in other things to have to look at that. She would hope that she could rely on someone to be able to focus on that, or just take care of that without her having to worry and then not have to find out under such tough circumstances. So sorry that it took me a long time to get there, if it did. But I wanted to make sure it understood. And then I didn't know some of that stuff was going to come out too. Even just that, because I was talking about the generational curses, like leaving and then coming back, that type of thing. It's like, during that setup with the mother and the daughter, the curse was given a door opportunity to leave once Bo, ended up becoming a doctor, a successful doctor at that, a successful doctor. That was the opportunity for curses like that, anything dealing with money, to leave, but it couldn't leave because although she had the tools to defeat this curse, you know, she didn't want to touch the curse at all. She didn't want to touch anything involving the curse. She relied on someone else to do it, which wasn't even bad too. But he also has to consider that. Like, because you have so much, now you got so much weight on your shoulders. Now you got weight on your shoulders. The weight is placed on you. The impact, whether it's good or bad, is placed on you, because this is your job. And you proudly take on this so that even people won't look at you sideways when you buying clothes and stuff. You buying those shoes that you really like. And these shoes be like thousands of dollars, I heard. I don't know. But like, so nobody looks at you sideways. So if you don't want nobody to look at you doing your job, and you feel like you're doing your job the right way, make sure you're doing your job the right way. So she was upset about that, and she was like, "I thought I had my man to do this," and then they started, like cutting down because they realized how they buy expensive stuff, and then I just thought it was just so exaggerated because they got to the point where so they so Bo used to, one of her obsessions was she was a product junkie. But not only she was a product junkie, she was a product junkie of very expensive products. And so they was like, okay, we're gonna cut down on our spending. We're not gonna buy shoes, or we're not gonna buy these expensive things. We're gonna go to the dollar store. We're gonna go to Walmart or whatever, or like whatever. I think it was Walmart they said too though. But like they normally pay like 40 or $50 for beauty supplies, and at Walmart you only got to pay like 6 or something like that. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't shit on Walmart. I loves me some Walmart. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, and so and then I just thought it was crazy because as soon as they did this switch, the effects were immediate. But I'm like, if you're always buying these good things, like, why don't you just use the good things? He went out and bought, like some shoes that, looked like they were too big for him. And I know it's only fucking entertainment, but like people will get that exaggerated. And I'm like, you got the stuff there. It's like, okay, now you just can't buy new expensive kicks anymore, but he had like walk-in closets full of them, like he could wear a brand new pair of shoes every day, and still, probably fix this issue and still have more shoes to wear, you know, at that time, and then you don't have to look like you are poor, like, but they were like, I don't know what they were trying to do, but I think that was just too exaggerated because it's not realistic. It's like, okay, well, I buy expensive beauty products, so Now I'm just gonna have to use all of my beauty products before I buy new ones. Now I just don't have to have that expense anymore, you know? And same with the shoes. It's like, okay, so your shoes, you got to throw your shoes away. Like your shoes are still in the closet, and then now you will be getting your money's worth on your shoes, because you get to wear them. You don't have to look forward to getting new ones, and stuff like that. But yeah, and then we have the King of Cups. She was like, yeah, I need someone who loves me and protects me and wants to hold me. We got the Seven of Wands with the King of Cups. So I was talking about like that boundary is giving me that. It's like, so, or maybe even this divine masculine has to divine boundary with a dad or another male figure, a friend, some type of relationship as well. So or she would want that, like maybe she don't like niggas in her face. Pharaoh Jazzer could be close to you. I look at him as the King of Cups energy, ruling that. For You I Will energy, that song by Monica. For You I Will. I would cross the ocean for you. I would go and bring you the moon. Yeah. And I be feeling some type of way about that coming from a woman. Like I know she's trying to show how, dedicated she is. It's just like, but a lot of that should come from a man, like you're not supposed to expect it and feel entitled to it, but like if anybody should be wanting to do that type of thing, it should be the man, like I'm not trying to be sexist or misogynistic or anything like that. And then we got Justice in reverse. So also this divine feminine could have run into issues with the justice system in the past, or like even dealing with maybe she hasn't run into issues with the justice system, but she believes they're following her or something like that. She could be a conspiracy theorist, or people could label her as that, always talk about conspiracies as well. But like I said, divine feminines don't always have to be woman. And then on this justice card is Ma'at and Thoth. Okay. Ah, the God Thoth is coming to town. Oh yeah. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's also writing on pen and pad. And I look at Father God Thoth as one thought away, and he don't play in reverse, or like um, a lot of people, maybe this divine feminine has a hard time convincing people to believe her, especially when it comes to men. And then I was talking about earlier how, you may have to be open to learning from her as well. And then I look at my aunt energy as mother of all of that. Like maybe this is introducing another generational curse, or knowing that like the women in their lives don't normally get married or face certain type of things, normally have children or something like that. So just be aware of like you're being able to experience someone who's breaking this curse or willing to break this curse, and they may not be perfect, but they've done the necessary work like you have, and that's why you're able to be unified. Okay. You and I don't need permission to be unified. From Donnell Jones and Left Eyes. You know what's up, okay? She says, you and I don't need permission to be unified. Surely I have seen and heard of many places. And I traveled around the world, see many faces. And then we got Three of Pentacles energy. Yeah, so she could be a workaholic or something like that. So she wants you to look out for that. The Star. So she could be a celebrity. You could be dating someone who's just popular as well. She could be a healer. She could be a doctor. I was just talking about Rainbow on that show. And then we got Ten of Swords in reverse. Maybe a lot of people hate her, or she had a lot of enemies, or you were like people just envy her, or become her enemy because of who she's with or dating or married to and stuff like that. It's three women on here crying, kneeling over, crying and stuff like that. But this also mean like she's done the necessary work. She's escaped a lot of things as well. She also is used to being a leader. She may appear to be bossy, I'm bossy. But I sometimes remix it and say, I'm classy. Okay. She could be a classy boss. Okay. The kindness, she's still sweet. Okay. And then we got Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, she used to probably even do escapism. She could have, like I was saying, she could have been healing, healing for something, as well. So rehab or some type of vice as well, or living a sober life as well. And then we got Anubis here on the death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. So heavy Pisces and Scorpio water signs may not have been involved as you thought or something like that, if that was resonating for you earlier. And I look at his name as Anubis, a new bitch as well. So, or no noob friends, or maybe she's not a person who likes to have friends as well, or the Scorpio, like what I tell you about the Scorpio, believe me, you know. And I was talking about, how certain like karmics or temporary hoes don't want to let the family go because they've been there, or sometimes the family will feed into it, or sometimes the family is just too nice. And I was also getting, the same thing with, you know, a different aspect, as if, like sometimes you'll be with people, so say if a divine masculine and divine feminine is together, all right, and this divine masculine has a healthy bond with his family, okay? So normally he probably is the family, or comes from the family where people, it's hard for like exes to let their family go or stop talking to them or whatever, unless there was just a huge falling out where God came in or the tower came, like. And normally that's what be separating these people from other people, because people don't want to let go, or they just don't want to let go. But anyway, they have a healthy bond, or so when they get with people, they expect, to have a healthy bond with the person they're getting with, family as well. Um, and because it's just only polite, it's only decent, or it's just to be polite. It's just to be polite, but also you see nothing wrong with it because you come from a healthy dynamic, or healthy enough to, like be like, okay, I can meet your family. What's yours is mine, mine is yours, type of energy. Is there, so this divine feminine doesn't come from family that has a healthy bond with her, or she has a healthy bond with them. But not only that, her family hates her. Her family wants to hurt her. So you knowing that, taking that, whatever she tells you about certain family members, you should take it for face value, because she knows exactly what this is. But sometimes people, because they come from healthy backgrounds, they like, I don't see nothing wrong with it, like, they don't have control over you no more. I'm here to protect you and stuff like that. But sometimes, because they've done so much to these divine feminines, or or divine masculine in some cases, but we're focusing on the example right now, right? So they've done so much to them, they know, and they like, I just can't trust them. And I thought it was weird when I first heard that, phrase, because sometimes you can't trust this person because they don't trust family. And I never understood, like, it came out of nowhere when I heard this. Like, when I heard this phrase, and I didn't understand it from their perspective. Like, how could you not trust me? I never done anything to you. If anything, you done so much to me. I'm just trying to act in my adulthood. Okay? Like, so why don't you trust me? But it it's it's helpful to know that they don't trust family, because it explains why they act like that towards you. They don't they hurt you and stuff like that because they just don't trust you. And you thinking you trying to snuggle up with a family member, get close to a family member, love on a family member. And they're like, I don't trust family. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you giving me. I don't trust family. So when I heard that somebody could possibly not trust family, I didn't get it, because I'm like, all right, what does that mean? Until I understood what it means. And I'm like, this is, and then I didn't understand what it meant until I stopped trusting this person. Because I'm like, I know I didn't never do nothing to you. So why are you doing this? Because it has nothing to do with me. I'm just family. I'm labeled as family. I'm labeled as family. So no matter what I do to you, no matter how much love I give you or don't give you, you're going to hit me. You're going to hurt me physically. Some type of way. I'm going to find a way to physically hurt me. So imagine if a person who has this sweet, innocent, genuine approach to family, they had no reason to believe that nobody could trust family. So I know I probably should be in an arena of not trusting family because, how this family member is treating me. But like this person has no idea that there are people out there who just don't trust family. Oh, you my family? I don't trust you. Oh, you my family? I want to kill you. It be that serious. You my family? Oh, this our cousin. Oh, that's our cousin? I gotta kill them too. Family ain't shit to me. Family will hurt me. I gotta kill them. Family don't mean what they say. So I have to hurt them. And you just met this family member. Or this family member just met you. But because you family and they don't trust family, they gonna hurt you. And I did not until I understood that I could not get away from this person. Because no matter what, and to put things in a little more perspective, this person was someone I thought was my sister. And she was a sibling, and she was the only sibling I knew. I grew up in foster care. She didn't have to grow up in foster care. She ran away before I was taken and put into foster care. And while I was in foster care, my mom died. And I was a toddler, and she was 9 years older than me. So this person, and then so not that she was a bad person. I didn't look at her bad even then, because when I tell people this story, they be like, where was your sister? Especially if they know who my sister was. They be like, where was she? Like what? Like very pissed because of even how they took me from my mother. They were like, where was she? She dipped out before they even came to our house. But anyway, so I only knew her. And besides her, I only knew my mother. I barely knew my grandmother that was in a picture. I barely knew her dad that was in a picture. I barely knew her aunt. Or her paternal grandmother. And from what I understand, all these people are not here anymore. Anyway, so I'm in foster care. They're not treating me well and stuff like that. The only familiarity I have is this person, and more so because she lived with me before I was taken from my mom. So I tried my best, no matter what, to keep in touch with us. I mean, keep us together, keep us connected. And we will always remind each other, it's like we all we got, Even though she was more connected with other people in her family, our family that I never knew or that personal or stuff like that with me. But with her, according to her, we are all we got. Okay? And I just took that with love, I just took that with love, so I didn't let arguments get in the way of us if we didn't speak and stuff like that. I try, and most of the time when we would fall out, I'll be the one to come out back and apologize first as the younger sister, apologize. And most of the time when I come back and apologize, she'd be like, I don't know what it is. You just always say I do something to you, because I love my sister so much. I didn't look at that as her, not wanting to accept responsibility. I just cared about us getting on back on good terms again. And then when I have my baby, she flips this. I mean, she kind of starts acting like she was when we were falling out and stuff like that. But by this time, I had already taken a longer break from her to realize that, I don't need to hold on to the fact that that's all I have, because I feel like she was riding on that energy too. But, besides that, it's like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to ride on that energy no more. So if she's in my life, she's in my life. If she's not, she's not. But somebody said, like, she don't trust family. And then at that moment in time, I still didn't get it. I'm in a vulnerable state as well. But I understood that I need to enforce this boundary, or I need to see that line defined and defeated. I mean, in the sand, especially when it comes to me dealing with a child. I have a child to console then. If I'm always the one that's apologizing first, I'm going to use that energy to be proactive with my child's, with the effects on my child, or how it impacts my child. Whether you do something directly or you do something that hurts my child, I'm just having to focus on that. So that's why I can be detached so easily, if you were wondering. But anyway, so during that time, I'm like, I built up enough muscle to be able to see this line and stuff like that and assume my position. But I still don't understand, like, what her not trusting family. And then what did I do to her for her to not trust me as a part of her family? But I'm still in that moment, I'm looking at it the wrong way. Because it has nothing to do with that. Even if I were to apologize for anything I've done that she could possibly be acting like this because of, it wouldn't make a difference if you don't trust family. But she's not around announcing that. She don't have that plaster on her chest. I don't trust family, so don't try it. She's not saying that. You have to figure that shit out. I was just like, what does that fucking mean? And honestly, I don't even think the person who said it knew what the fuck it mean, or how I could apply it to the situation, because it was just something that was said. And I had to take it and pick it up. That could have been said and then left on the ground, or it could have floated in space and never been thought of again. But I took that and I thought it was very important. And so I'm not giving credit to nobody, all right, but myself when it comes to that. Because even some people will do that. They'll try to take credit for, yeah, I told you that. Well, you did, but you told me that, and probably understanding it how anybody understands it, but not how I'm understanding it. I know you didn't mean that, because you would have said that at that moment in time. I wouldn't have had to go on the journey to figure out what the fuck that fucking really means. Okay? So nobody could take credit for anything I've discovered, I know, unless it's God. And then people don't realize God is using motherfuckers to deliver messages like that. They don't even know what the fuck they delivering. And sometimes you'll go back years later to this same person, or this person will be listening to you right now and don't know they're the person that said that to you, because it wasn't them. It was God. So I'm not going to walk around trying to give credit to any man, any woman, or any man in particular for anything when I can give it to God. Give the glory to God. So hopefully that made sense if you needed that type of information as well. So yes, believe them when they say, don't fuck with this person. because they know enough. Like, nah, it ain't gonna be different this time. It ain't. Motherfuckers ain't gonna change because they can't even identify what the fuck is wrong. That's what's wrong with you. You don't trust family. Anybody with a family label, you heard them about, right? I bet you heard everybody with a family label. They ain't do shit to you. And then you got motherfuckers trying to fucking spin their wheels and figure out what the fuck they did to you and how could they fix what they did to you. They didn't do shit. And then you feel like that and you walking around proudly in that suit. Fuck you then. Look like you dressing up for Halloween all days of the year. I don't give a fuck. Because that's what you're doing right now. Somebody's birthday could be near Halloween, so they could be really a Scorpio, for real. But yeah, so on this death card that's in reverse, yeah, someone tried it, and so believe it. Believe that these people be after them. And then so Anubis is a bigger figure, a way bigger figure, and then it's two smaller figures kneeling, one boy, one girl. Divine masculine, divine feminine. But a couple, a karmic couple even, could be wanting to ask for forgiveness. They tried it all the time. They always tried it. Chalices, yeah, they're in regret. So it's like, even if, like someone feels sorry or apologizes as well, take what your experiences with these people. I'm not saying hold on to grudges. This person I was talking about would always say, it got to come a point in a time where we just leave all the stuff in the past behind. But I'm always having to remind you that we've been through these situations before. And like I was confused then, I'm still confused now. And I'm tired of that feeling of that. I'm tired of anything that comes with that label. So I'm not going to deal with you at all because I know this is all you're packaged up with. So take your ass and those packages over there. Someone could be the delivery driver. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully that made sense. Divine Masculine gave you the clarity you needed. It took so long on that. I don't even want to do Divine Feminine. Like this, okay? So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna do Divine Feminine just like this. Especially if I feel a question coming through. Hopefully a question will come through and we'll look more into it if you need that information. Yeah. So but yeah, hopefully if you needed that clarity, you got it. All right. Baby, if you give it to me. An Aries woman could be significant. Busta Rhymes and Mariah Carey. I know what you want. Yeah. Yeah, who the fuck are they? Sharp, Ward, Emmanuel, Ron, my pleasure. Someone could use that phrase. I'm still on Divine Masculine right now. I'm closing him up though. Or them up. How dare they? So maybe they're responding back to what I was just talking about, a lot of things. With that. And I've had both sides. I've had both sides. And it's crazy because when I was given opportunities from both sides, I was so indifferent on both sides. Like if you want me around, I will be around, but I am not about to force myself to be around. Trust me. Okay? I do not need to force myself to be around anywhere. Nobody don't want me. I prefer not to be around people who do not want me around. I really prefer it, right? Tell me you don't want me around and I will adjust accordingly, all right? I won't even ask you why. That's how earnest I am to get up out the fucking unwanted energy. I'm not going to try to define my place in a place that does not want me there. But if I have a right to be there and I need to be there, it will trump your wants any fucking day. Which means that both of us can't be there. And if my need or whatever trumps that, that means you always have to go. You will always be the problem. Because in any situation, I'm allowing what needs to happen. I'm not trying to force energy like you. Therefore, the energy will prefer my presence to continue to be there. You will be dismissed. I'm comfortable with dismissing myself, but you're not. So it's going to cause more chaos for you. It's going to be more backlash for you. It's going to be more comeback for you. Not me. So I don't worry about it either way. So that's why you will continue to try and it will never work on me, especially now. You were better off trying even more when I was younger. Until you couldn't. That was the only time you had the advantage. Anyway, yeah, so my nigga. God calls me my nigga sometimes. I'm obsessed, okay? In reverse. So somebody's obsessed and trying to act like they not, okay? They looking at you trying to act like they looking the other way. Got their hands behind their back like, bitch, I see you, all right? Why the fuck are you here? See? I'm going to still be here. I'm going to stay here as long as I want. All right, suit yourself. But the energy will naturally remove you. If I want you gone, if we both can't exist in this same space and I must exist here and it must happen, you will leave. All right? Compulsion or not, voluntarily or involuntarily. And I won't have to lift a finger. And a lot of y'all actions be too physical. And that's why y'all be wanting me to get there. Y'all automatically think I'm going to get there. Or y'all probably think this is about a divine masculine or something. But we tired of giving y'all what the fuck y'all want. Y'all prove time and time again, we should not give you what the fuck you want because you don't even know what the fuck you want and you don't even know what the fuck you're asking for or requesting, demanding. You don't know the effects of what could come from that. So why should we even trust your opinion? Who gave you the credibility? And I was just talking about this a little earlier. Motherfuckers always trying to take credit for your shit because they think they got the credibility, but they don't even got it. We wondering who delivered this shit? Who delivered this package? Who package you stole then? All right? It don't belong to them. Won't even want the contents or know what to do with the contents if you open this package, motherfucker. But steady saying like, no, that needs to come to me. It needs to be right here. It needs to be right here. But you don't know what to do with it. Do something with it then. You can't. I don't just need to talk about sex when it comes to that. All right? I don't always like to talk about sex, honestly. But being from what I've been through, you're lucky I'm able to even talk about sex so much you think I'm talking about sex too much. Why can't it be a win? Because you're selfish. But don't even know how to deal with that energy coming from you. And you emit probably the same signals. So you sitting there with a solution in your hand, don't even know how to use it for your damn self. You just making sure I don't get the solution, but I created it, bitch. That means there's more where it came from. I'm the Empress. Must I remind you? Which is all the queens. Queens create their own shit. That's why it's so noticeable when y'all copy. Because we know we didn't go nowhere to get that. You're copying me. Go nowhere to get that. And they just getting bold with it. Like you daring a motherfucker to say something. I'm still gonna say something. I don't give a fuck what the fuck I said. And that's why I said what the fuck I said. So it could show you how much I don't give a fuck about what you think about what I said. And your dumb ass should have taken what I said and lotioned your ass up with it. These hoes doing hoe shit with they hoe friends. The fuck? Or the fucker get one compliment and you just think you could take down the motherfucker who creates the compliments you want to give? Never. 313. Your wish is my command. Take that. No, please, no. Okay. Take that. Take that. Take that. All right. So, yeah. So that's what was divine masculine's energy. And now it's saying a water sign was involved. Yeah. We stayed on Scorpio for a good minute. I'm not surprised. Now it's upright. Oh, now you want to do right. All right. Rain check. It's raining. It's raining. Yeah, it's raining. Las Vegas is very significant. So let's see what divine feminine wants to say. Yeah, they fucking with me today. I don't give a fuck. You really don't understand how much I don't give a fuck. All right? But I say what the fuck you're doing to make you look stupid. I win even in that. So I don't even have to give a fuck to win. You do. Remember that. Sing something that you told me stayed in my head all night long. Take that as a title if you want to. Y'all know how minds work? Like, if you touch it, if you step on it, it may or may not explode. That's how we operate in divine energy, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. But you got to touch us the right way. And because we created that mind, or we're the creation of that mind, only we know how to be touched in a way that will trigger us, respond, make us respond. You don't. You're just going in there haphazardly, hoping motherfucking shit work and stick and whatever. We don't have to do that. We don't have time for that. Okay? That is not an efficient use of our time. Efficient appliances or technology is significant, or someone works with that. I think I'm scared in reverse, okay? Or I think I could do this now. Divine Feminine could be saying, okay, we're in Divine Feminine now, all right? Blushes in reverse. I think I could do this now. At first, I used to be shy, but I think I could do this now. I think I'm ready for this, all right? I'm taking over mommy or daddy duties, Someone didn't think there was a great mother and they were, or a father. But I just say he and she respectively for divine masculine, divine feminine because it's easier, and now they're feeling like they can even try it better. Okay, fucking an argument. Okay, so you're willing to apologize, or divine feminine is willing to apologize to you, divine masculine, take accountability and responsibility for what they've done to you to offend you if they did. Biting lips in reverse. Okay. um I'm even getting like a divine feminine. It could be like, yeah, just take your time, and stuff like that. Take it easy. Take it slow, girl. Baby, let me know whatever's on your mind tonight. Any way you want, girl. Baby, turn me on. Whatever's on your mind tonight. Anything you want. Dun, dun, dun. I can't remember the song like that. Orion, which is Omarion's brother, Scorpio brother, a brother of a Scorpio is significant. Take it slow, all right. The only thing I'm beating is in reverse, okay. So it's like someone, divine feminine is coming through here with celibacy energy. So maybe I'm seeing, if nothing comes out in particular later on, I'm seeing that she wants to see your view of how you what are your thoughts about celibacy or how you're viewing that as well, whether you're a man or a woman, especially with that man saw coming out. A man could really be heavily in his energy as a divine feminine, or because energy changes all the time, he's just in his divine femininity right now, trying that out, taking a stroll in the park of that, with that, as that, and stuff like that. Even strolling in the park is significant for somebody too. But yeah, another Donnell Jones song or Stevie Wonder, okay, knocks me off my feet. I see us in the park, strolling the summer days, and imagine these in my head, and words from my heart, told only to the wind, felt even without being said. I don't wanna bore you with my trouble. Yeah, there's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Someone's name could be Maya, Alice. No, please, no. Okay. Um, yeah. So it's like so. So if I don't get another thing she wants to inquire about later, I will go into the celibacy as well. Who the fuck are they in reverse? Who did that? Someone wants to know, like, who did something or who is responsible for something, or do you know about something? You're gonna either be with me or I'm gonna be with you in reverse, or about this person, or someone saying like, show me who they are. I never meant you no harm. So, I did say she's willing to apologize if she did do something. I never meant you no harm, or this is not against you. This or some, how I'm feeling is not directed towards you, or shouldn't be directed towards you as well. Divine Feminine can be saying, we'll die together in reverse. Hmm. Like nobody dying on my watch. She could be or we could have some doctors in here, or like lifesavers in here, like they're not dying on my watch, or if it's up to me as well. Confession time as well, or she knows something involving someone's death. I've been going through a lot in reverse. Yeah, I went through a lot, or I know a lot about a certain situation. Temporary hoe alert. Yeah, she want to know who this karmic is, because she know a lot of people this karmic is connected to, or she know Why this motherfucker is in your fucking face? Because these motherfuckers be sent in as agents, all right? Agents like a motherfucker. Y'all just getting sloppy at this point. It's fucking ridiculous. I hate this show. I'll turn the fucking channel, all right? I don't like that show, all right? Then y'all got the nerve to keep people away from seeing what the fuck I got going on. Shit. I'd rather listen to me lying more than listening to y'all motherfuckers now. It's becoming sloppy. I don't like to listen to motherfuckers that lie. It's a blessing and a curse to know when motherfuckers are lying, you know? Or even when you don't know they lying and you find out they're lying, you could pinpoint. I could always go back and see when I was supposed to. Can you do that? Holla at me when you able to do that. And I ain't talking about on no surface level shit either, where the lie couldn't even get created. I'm talking about from them. You ain't figured that out by now? I ain't said enough. It needs 80 minutes. That's the level I'm talking about. Are you doing this on purpose in reverse? Yeah, they like, stop, please. But in reverse, yeah, like I knew, like someone's passive aggressive pull up. In reverse, yeah, I'm trying to pull up on somebody kisses as well. Or, you want me to pull up as well? You know what this is in reverse? You're like, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. You just say the word. Just saying something like that. How dare they in reverse? Yeah, somebody pissed. A divine feminine is pissed on her, on behalf of her divine masculine. So this could even be family. I'm getting like a family member. Like a divine masculine could not play about his divine feminine family. Like divine feminine when it comes to his family. He not one of them who's trying to barge his way through despite how they treated you or how you advise them not to. He not one of those. But you also not that divine feminine as well. You respecting the boundaries, but you also understanding that because there's boundaries in, anybody can go. No hose barred, okay? No hose, okay? No hose will be barred or exempt, okay? Someone could have taken the bar. Someone could have passed the bar or never passed the bar. Never got there, tease me. Okay, yeah, somebody keep playing with me. Y'all gonna get enough playing with me. Oops. Yeah. Oops. I did it again. Someone's name could be Brittany or Spears. Yeah, Sharp Spears. Okay. Dutch Butcher, Butcher or something like that too. Or someone could be Butch. A damn shame. Yeah, this is a fucking circus. We need to change the channel. Okay. Okay. Nivea name or initials could start with Nivea. I mean N. Could be N or Nini or Nana. I'm getting like a nickname like that too. I want to hold you as well. Or someone's been trying to get a hold of somebody as well. I want to hold you down. I want to console you. Let me hold you down like the river is supposed to. I'm trying to show you. Morion, keep coming out. Scorpio, something came up, or they found out about something as well. All right. Do you want it now or later? Okay. Do you want it now or later? Divine feminine could be saying to a divine masculine, okay? Or do you want me to tell you now or later? Or should I tell you the good news or bad news first or something like that as well? I'm a money magnet, or especially about this money, okay? Or how much money I'm coming into. Someone could be getting a settlement. Somebody is probably coming out that somebody was just with somebody because they knew this was about to happen, all right? A fire sign was not involved. That's in reverse. So I think it's not involved, but a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag is significant. I can be so difficult sometimes in reverse, or this is why someone's feeling like this. These fire signs or somebody who's not a fire sign making things so difficult when they don't need to be like that. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. It's like some of these situations need to appear in y'all dynamics, but some of it don't even call for it. All right, it's not called for. All right, someone could use that phrase. We don't go to bed mad, remember, in reverse, you know, like, or I would never forgive this person, especially this water sign. It says a water sign was involved right behind it. Yeah. Like, I would never forgive this water sign as well. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Unforgivable. They did some unforgivable shit. And I can name one person in each of those signs that did some unforgivable shit to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if y'all could too. It's okay. I love you with flaws and all in reverse. They judged you so much. Okay, they underestimated you. I'm getting as well, or they're letting you know it's like you better than that. You know, divine feminine could be telling a divine masculine. I can't bring myself to, you know, like, or also, you know, like, I can't believe like this is something that I want to do. You know, I'm willing to do as well. But somebody can't bring themselves to do something. I said it. Okay, in reverse. Okay, or, you know, something, they took something back. Somebody took something back. All right. Someone also could have bought someone a gift they didn't know about, and then they took it back as well. I need that all the time. Go ahead and run me some of that. So the divine feminine is like, I've been waiting. Just my type. Or this is my type of party as well. She could probably want to party, let loose. Copying is a form of love. Okay. See, some of these bitches can't even take it that way. If they knew that, they wouldn't even take that. They would act like they never heard that shit before. Like, nah, if I'm copying you, I'm trying to be you, and I'm trying to eliminate you as well. All right. I can only be here to copy you. All right. Then you will have no one to copy. How does that make sense? Anyway, hugs. So she said he hugs. She wants to hold you as well. I understand. As well, you are my muse in reverse, or see someone abuse their ability to be inspired by you, motivated by you as well. They took that shit too far, and they got the right one. You allowed them, you invited them into your circle, you tried to, and this is what you get. The thanks I get. What do you need from me? Okay. So, or she's tired of people, you know, getting what they want from her and then leave her in the dust as well. Thank you in reverse, and then don't thank her, ungrateful motherfuckers. I was getting that for divine masculine. You know, I was getting more of a confirmation, but, you know, I was also, even though it was upright, I was getting like, they were dealing with ungrateful motherfuckers. Okay, I'm gonna make you feel it. Okay, but, you know, even with that, you know, even sexual favors, or, you know, reciprocation in the bedroom and stuff like that, I'm gonna make you feel it. Jacquees, Lloyd, Rich Homie Quan. I want something sweet in reverse, you know, or, you know, I'm tired of being sweet, or tired of being good to the wrong people. They're done. Yeah, I'm done as well. This is where I want to be. Okay. I rather be with you and all your bullshit too. You know, I rather give my love to you. You know, I got all my life to live. I got all my love to give. I will survive. Anything else? Anything else you need from me? Divine feminine could be saying to divine masculine. Okay. An air sign was involved. Okay, anything else going on with this air sign as well, or any what is it called, new developments on this air sign, killing them? Okay, or something happened, or someone knows something about a killing of an air sign. All right, I'm gonna get you right. All right, or I'm gonna get the story straight. Someone's gonna get the story straight. They just sorry in reverse. Okay, and they're not sorry, they're not remorseful, so they willing to snitch. Somebody willing to snitch will come forward as well. You're always on my mind in reverse. Okay, or I try not to think about it. They could have been near someone when they got killed as well, you know, and traumatize them. Okay, make it a staple as well. You know, I'll tell you anything you need to know, but you know, this person was with them all the time as well. Can I take you out on a date? Or we went on a date, and I never, this is in reverse, maybe I never seen them you know, I never seen them act this way, or someone was in a position where they normally don't act that way, or you don't never see them like this. It says, I got angry with you, so what? I still love you, basically. Yeah, so it's like, I got angry with you, so like, I never seen them act angry, or I've never seen them in an angry state. I just normally see them, you know, happy, all that type of stuff. And sometimes when you're always like that, people will try to test you just to see if you're always that way, because they're thinking, you know, you're like that until this. It's like, and if I am like that, Why is it your mission to expose it about me? Why you can't appreciate me being only this right now? Because they always looking for something. And they're hoping that you being happy all the time won't innocently expose them. Think about children, and children are supposed to be always in a happy state. They should not have worries, they should not, but, some things happen and then they learn from it or not, trauma, is induced on them, or they go through something where they fall and or something, like whatever, but their normal state should be happiness, all right? So why is it bad for an adult to be in a normal state of happiness? And then these motherfuckers be raising our kids. Like, do you hit your fucking kids because they smiling all the time or something like that? Or do you make it your mission to figure out ways to torture your kids so they won't be happy all the time? Okay. Is this exposing something about you? Do we need to know? Anyway, I'm always rooting for you in reverse. They could also have, or especially like some deadbeat that coming in this energy that we need to focus our attention on sometimes. um they probably have kids that want to do these extracurricular sports and they don't pay for them. I know how that feels as well, but I also get like they got a kid that does all this, and um they find a way to get it funded, or or people are willing to fund this kid this stuff because they like to see this kid happy. They like to see this kid in this state of mind. Wow, I wasn't even thinking that when I was thinking about this story, but someone sponsors this kid to be able to matriculate through whatever activity. Some of them end up going to college, get a scholarship for whatever this activity is. They have, or something like that. Um, but the parents, because they have not found a way to chip in and contribute as well, they're figuring out ways to sabotage these sponsorships. Or they see this all happening, and then behind their child's back, they gossiping to other people like, yeah, they ain't doing it all on their own, such and such, get them whatever they want, belittling their accomplishment. But the reason why these people are willing to give them whatever they want or need, is because they put in enough work. Okay. They shown them enough merit to be rewarded for certain things. So stop hating on your children. Parents, some of these parents be the biggest fucking haters. It's like, even if someone is spoiled and they work hard, like, where's the problem then? If anything, they should have more then, if that's the case. They spoil and don't mind working. Them ain't the motherfuckers you should be focusing on and throwing bad energy to. Please don't hurt me. Someone is saying, okay, that's quite impressive in reverse. Like, yeah, or please don't hurt me if I made a mistake or if I messed up something as well. I'm sorry if I messed up something. I'm studying, okay, or I'm still learning as well. But someone could be in school, divine feminine could be in school. Okay, lies in reverse, like, I'm tired of the lies, even the truth, or yeah, that's really true for a divine feminine, that they're in school. But like, I'm tired of all the lies. No more lies, ain't nothing but a heartache. No goodbyes, ain't nothing but a mistake. That is why I love it when I hear you say, I want it that way. Um, Backstreet Boys, Divine Feminine, could could be dealing with someone who's realizing they lied so much and they like, no more lies. I understand why I was a problem and why I caused the separation, or why the separation happened, what role I played in that as well. Um, Someone also could be interested in having an interracial relationship as well in general, or it applies here. And this is probably why the parents are kind of hating too. We're not making love no more in reverse, okay? Yeah, it's like some of these parents are even getting jealous of how much more love you show your partner than them as well. Okay, I'm glad that I can lean on you. Yeah, um, so you guys have probably found comfort in each other, comfort in being there for each other, or you will, and stuff like that. It's like, and then people are mad of how much of a unit you guys operate in. Someone also could be in the military as well, or did go through the military when they were studying as well. You're the you're the only one who puts up with me as well. Rain checks, like, or like you you keep your word or something like that. Is giving me word, like promises as well. I knew it in reverse. So, or I didn't even know about something, or I didn't know you didn't want me to tell someone. So you could have told someone something, or somebody could have told someone something, and they didn't know it was supposed to be a secret. And, you treated it like a secret, and they gave you so much more respect because of that. And it says, how did you know? Wow. Yeah, so somebody said something, but that's in reverse. So it's like, and how couldn't I know? I can't help but to notice for something as well. Meet my parents, coming out in reverse again. But I can't help but to notice, even how you act around your parents, how you act around family or familiar people. But you only know that according to your story. Rain check, my pleasure, or it's my pleasure to follow up on whatever I said I was gonna do. All right. I took that hoe to Burger King, okay? Or it's my pleasure to take you somewhere better than Burger King. Or so yeah, I could have went on a date with your divine masculine, or a divine masculine went on a date with a divine feminine, and you're like, yeah, don't judge me based on where I'm taking you right now. Like, there's more to come as well. So somebody could say that. All right, smiles, or there's a divine feminine in this energy that takes care of her divine masculine. Financially and all that type of stuff. And I think it's a healthy way, honestly. But or they could be a recovering person who was doing it in an unhealthy way, and now thankfully you didn't try to suppress your gifts, or suppress your willingness to want to be a certain type of way, be generous in general, or kind or sweet, and now you're able to apply that same energy but to the person who deserves it. All right. Yeah, so that celibacy thing is pushing out for me. So I'm gonna look more into that. Right. And it says I carry your picture everywhere, or I'm always on your somebody spying on someone's social media. That's how they do that. I want to dance. Okay, I'm with the shits. She with the smokes as well. I'm getting as well. She could smoke. Can I see that pretty? Yeah, I'm with it. But can I see that pretty? Can I see that wand? Okay. Can I see your private parts? All right. Can you expose yourself? Can you get naked for me? Marcus Houston, come on. Yeah, a lot of men could be in divine feminine energy right now, just like you. Okay. I'm just like you. Dang, what was I singing before? But yeah, that was Keisha Cole. This one, but it was another one. I don't know. I'll love you for life. That's in reverse too. Do you believe in love? Yeah, that's Casey and JoJo. This is forever in reverse. I want this forever, man. Drake. Okay, this is forever. Scorpio or Aries could be significant. I'm getting a tower energy. You know what? You want more kids in reverse. You don't want no more kids. You sure you don't want no more kids, or somebody's following up with that? Maybe they need to follow up on a conversation with you about something. I need a refresh. Yeah. So somebody like remind me again, maybe. I ain't seen nothing. Okay. You ain't act like it. All right. You ain't act like you want no more kids. Okay. I forgot. Yeah. Or yeah, remind me. I forgot. What do I do now in reverse? Okay. Or what did I do now? Like, what did I do now? What did I do, to mess it up? What did I do wrong? Mary J. Blige. I love to see you smile in reverse, okay? Or I hate to see you frown. So a name could be Brown as well. I've been planning something in reverse. Or I'm just waiting for you. It's your mood. The ball is in your court type of energy. Okay. So she was really celibate or something like that. Or she took it seriously because these hoes be fucking it up for us. All right. Because they be lying. They be using that pocket. They be, wasn't that like a slang like phrase? Like, you out of pocket? Yeah, you out of pocket. But I feel like pocket was related to like lie or something. I don't know. But they'll slide in that pocket when they don't want to do something with someone, when they are saving all their love for someone else. Was I singing that? Whitney Houston. Saving all my love for you. But yeah, Leo woman could be significant. But yeah, they fuck it up for us because they be lying. And then some of us who are really telling the truth, we're really respecting that journey. Um, Trying to even learn about it, if we're just getting into it, that's different. All right. But these hoes be really jumping up in here, jumping in this fucking pool of, celibacy when they don't, the things not going their way, or they don't want things to go their way. They're manipulating shit. Then now they got men looking at us crazy when we tell them that we're celibate. Them disrespecting us, a whole different thing, accusing us, whatever, because motherfuckers lying and they think it's fun to jump over here and lie. I want to buy my parents a home, so she could be a divine feminine, could be a provider for their parents. And I was talking about that when I was talking about divine masculine messages. Somebody really asking, don't hurt me. What do you need from me? What can I do to make it up to you? Someone want to know. What do I do, girl? A Taurus woman could be significant. I'll drink your bathwater. I just want to touch you, tease you, lick you. So the name could be Bobby Christina or Brown. How dare they? So yeah, now that's upright. Or they don't want to try it with me. Somebody saying like, you don't want to try it with me. All right. Yes, is somebody family trying to get in on divine feminine side? Is that what I'm picking up too? I was getting that, or a divine feminine is angry against a divine masculine's family. Okay, I miss you. Okay, I miss you. Y'all could have split up with this person when y'all left to college. That's a Leah, a little girl. I look at her name as a little girl. Capricorn woman could be significant. Capricorn dealing with the water sign could be significant. Or you don't know this person, or this person randomly introduced themselves to the other person, whoever that is. Okay, ooh, that wine. Yeah, they really want to see your wine, divine masculine. I don't know how. So some of these people are celibate, choosing to be celibate because they're scared to lose their virginity. All right, and then you got motherfuckers who they tell that stupid shit too, and now you're like, damn, you're so fucked up as an individual. And then why did you throw so much hate towards me? And then, even if that is happening, like the women are going around lying and saying they celibate and stuff like that, it's like, why wasn't that anger with the person who lied to you that made you start believing that it's a lie? Because they wouldn't even do half of the shit they're doing to this motherfucker. And this motherfucker is innocent because, or appears more sweet and innocent and stuff like that, because this is the person who deserves what you were trying to give to them, the other person that broke your trust, that makes you feel this type of way towards this subject. Anyway. Yeah, I've learned my lesson. All right. So divine feminine is like, I learned my lesson. Know that, all right? Or I didn't know that. I didn't know that about that as well. Call or text me, all right? Talk. We could talk about it. Let's talk about it. We can talk. B2K keep coming out. So Gemini man, Scorpio man, Sagittarius man, and a Gemini man could be significant. Did I say Leo man? Yeah, Leo man too. Also, a significant other could have got caught with a neighbor as well, or somebody singing, and it says, "I've learned my lesson." Yeah, like I'm so caught up, like type of energy. Sure, a Libra man as well, but oh, that one, yeah, they were being lustful. They were also like running a house that sells this. All right, sells pussy money ring. Tell them. A real one's here, okay? Divine feminine is saying. All right, so let's look more into this celibacy thing, stuff like that. I'm so happy with my choice, the divine feminine is saying as well. I think it said Cupid shot me in passing. Someone also could have got shot in general or will be. An air sign. Yeah, every time I start talking about like violence and stuff like that, the air sign come up. So air sign is involved heavily in violence, or violence about an air sign is very significant right now. All right. I'm such a shy person. I wrote you a song. Oh, Divine Feminine wrote you a song. You're always on my mind. SWV, she could have sister that sings as well. You surprised me. Okay, it's a surprise. It was supposed to be a surprise. My bad, Divine Feminine. Yeah, so yeah. So just put down the weapons where y'all stand. Y'all just put it down. Everything down. Don't touch. Don't try to cook nothing else. Someone could be in like a competition. I'm getting that. It's like, when the time is up, you're not supposed to touch nothing no more or something like that. Some people get disqualified for that shit as well. But I'm getting like, that's how serious this is. To just stop where you are. Because where you are right now, if you go further than that point, it's going to be worse. Okay? So stop right now. All right? Right now. You are my muse. Upright. Okay? Please don't hurt me. All right? Yeah. And it's like easy to write songs about you as well. Just flawless. Okay. Yeah, it's easy to write songs about you, divine masculine, or something like that. Or they like to do it. They like to write songs about you. Okay, we don't go to bed mad, remember? In reverse. It's like certain things are just like, it don't matter anymore. Nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all. Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo. To me, to me, to me, to me, to me. Yeah, so nothing even matters, okay? Nothing else matters. Know that, okay? Know that. Know that, okay? All of that. It's all that. This is all that. Some people who played in a sitcom could be significant. You were right. You were right. I'm glad I can lean on you. I'm glad I listened to you for a divine feminine could be saying. I'm glad I took you seriously. They mean nothing. Yeah. And now, like, whatever you told somebody, it like turned them off completely. Like it made them start seeing this person for who they really are. Just probably a statement, a sentence, a word. Yeah, how dare they? I can't believe they did that. Okay, study. Someone could have also sabotaged you in school. Motivate me, or wanted you to drop out of school. Try to motivate you to drop out of school. Tease you or teasing you about being in school, going to school, being educated. how you speak and all that type of shit, or having life happen to you despite the fact that you have um, an education. Thief, yeah, they could have tried to steal something from you. That's in reverse, okay, or try to say you were stealing and stuff. Say you were copying. Say you were cheating. You didn't earn something outright fair. Yeah, dance. You could have been a dancer, a dance major. Again, also that movie Save the Last Dance. Okay, you could have like a friend who's not of the same ethnicity as you, and y'all like really close friends. All right, I want to cuddle. All right, third time's a charm, or maybe even a friend is trying to come back into your life. Divine feminine. I don't know. But yeah, so let's look more into the celibacy thing, or anything else through tarot. I equate tarot to the truth, so I use this to tell the truth, or like elaborate on it as well. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Yes, they've been wanting me to talk about it. What do y'all want me to say? Okay, and then death right next to it. So the Scorpio does not want to have sex anymore, or she's been around lying about being celibate. I don't know. And it's a couple, like I said, it's a couple kneeling down at Anubis' feet. Okay, even if this death card was upright, I feel like it'll give the same energy. Since that is coming out, what? Okay, yeah, Three of Swords in reverse. So they healing. Yeah, they have to heal from something, a childhood, maybe childhood trauma. That was one of the reasons why I went celibate. Three of Swords, and then Three of Wands. So it could be 33 as well, or between the ages of 31 and 33. Yeah, 13, 1331 313. Your wish is my command in reverse. So all these are like saying it's reverse, but the Three of Wands is the only one upright. And on the Three of Wands, it has somebody handing them a platter. You could also get like heavy cycles or something like that. So maybe someone's doing it for health reasons, or or they've been advised by a doctor, medically advised, like to do something with their cycles. They could have like something dealing with, fertility, like fibroids and stuff like that. So his name could start with a T. Their birthday could be on the 10th. But we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So also, some of these people have gone celibate because they're in arranged marriages, or their tradition is to have their family pick out their partner as well. The King of Wands, yeah, especially as a woman, divine feminine, they like and this woman could be a fire sign. But yeah, it's like her family picks her out, and I believe on this King of Wands, he looks so nice and well put together. But I also think he's got nevertum, which is the god of smells, aromas and stuff like that. That type of energy, like it's not just smelling, good and bad. It's like the energy of that as well. But I also translate his name to mean God is never them. All right, God will never be them. So yeah, so that's probably why, she takes this very seriously, because she knows she's dating, someone who God wants her to be with, and whether that family is in agreement with that choice or not as well. Okay, and then the Eight of Wands. So maybe even from the perspective of, what divine masculine could possibly, view this as well. It's like, even hopeful energy. I'm feeling hopeful in here, where, like despite these things or these challenges this divine feminine has had to overcome, you know, they're hopeful to be able to get through to you, not in a way where they're crossing your boundaries. They're wanting to support you on this journey. This giving me, like where, the men, they kind of create like this, or they have created like this ritual. I don't know if it's a ritual. I don't know, but it's like a platter. They and on this Three of Wands, it is giving me the platter. It's giving me platter as well, energy. Because they have a man. It's two men pass it on the platter as well. So someone also could have a service worker. So the service worker could do all the work, and then the husband is so involved that, like, he's the one that delivers the tray to the bed, when she's, having her cycle and stuff like that. So it's like, like, I want to cater to you. Yeah. I was like, what is the word? It's a word that it's an easier word to say. Yeah, they want to cater to you and bring you to things like that. So they was like, I've never liked them. I've never liked the other people who probably, didn't respect your wishes or boundaries or your decision to not want to be involved in those intimate acts. And then we have the wheel of fortune in reverse with the world in reverse. Okay. Things that have been going round and round is stopping. Okay. This is giving me that. It's like, yeah, so I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm never them. I'm never gonna do this to you. And on this wheel of fortune, um, Father God Ra is like kind of in a figure of the Sphinx, or the Sphinx is in a figure of Father God Ra. He has the face, the eagle face. Um, but he is breaking up a fight amongst the boy and a girl. Okay. Or yeah, boy and a girl. And then the boy is on his back, like, basically he's been defeated. The girl is standing up and another stands ready to go. Okay. And I was getting that same energy for divine feminine in general. So this could be just confirmation for somebody. See, truth. Um, yeah, and God is like, like, even though, they probably deserve this ass whooping. You could go all day. I could let you go all day. You don't need to go all day. You won, and you still won in my eyes. Your love didn't change. I'm getting that song by Music Soul Child. Um, like, despite all of that, I still feel like you're anointed. You're gonna get what you deserve. My will come true in your life as well. Destiny will unfold in your life how I wanted it to be, despite anybody trying to mess with it as well. So it's like, so despite how people have treated you in the past, like, you don't have to worry about that for me. A divine masculine could be saying to you, divine feminine. And then we have the world on the world card. Jeb and Nut is on there. Jeb is laying on the floor, and then Nut is the covering. She's hovering over, and then in the middle there's a figure, a girl. If she has a feather on her head, or it could be a guy as well, but it's just a person, who they're protecting as well, who's very important to them, like in the Wheel of Fortune. So that's so beautiful, as well. And I look at Jeb and Nut as like the original Adam and Eve, and then, they Jeb and Nut. That's all they do is that. It's like, I say in reverse. It's like, you don't have to even do that. Some of these people needed to be celibate because they didn't realize how much they were covering up their issues or avoiding their issues by engaging in these acts, or just engaging in these acts, and, to, get rid of the issues. Yeah, I'm getting an episode on the Carmichael show, and the main character, Gerard, he was at the mall when there was a mass shooting. Okay. And the mass shooting happened right in front of him. But, right in front of him was the person who was a victim of the mass shooting. And I, I don't know. I don't know if I should take some time and explain it, because I'm about to go. But yeah, so, like, I just thought it was interesting how, because I don't know. But so he was at the mall. He was at the mall, and he was standing in line to get a pretzel. Um, and there was this couple in front of him, and they were trying to figure out what they wanted. They were looking at the menu, but they were just like, they were like so giddy. They were giddy, like, or the energy based on how he was telling the story. It sounds like they were this couple who was in their joy, like, and stuff like that. And then the man in the couple turned around to Gerard and was like, this man looks like he knows what he wants. Why don't you just go ahead in front of me? And so he went ahead in front of him, and then the shooting started. And then that man got shot. Not Gerard, but a man got shot. And then the girl, I think she was shocked or something, or is either the man or the woman got shot. What somebody in that couple got shot, and then the other person was just in total shock, and then so it's like the energy went from like being this giddy thing and then ending in tragedy. So he witnessed this, and he came home and he had to tell the police about what happened and stuff like that. And he kind of was hesitant to even say he went through this type of thing, but he went through this like existential crisis, kind of a small existential crisis where, he was kind of being forced to talk about this story. But I was telling this whole story just to say, because there was one point, because he was feeling this way, there was one point in the story, he lived with his girlfriend, and he kind of like was trying to be away from everybody, or be alone, and he ended up in a laundromat. And so his girlfriend came and checked on him, and she was in school to study to be a therapist, or she's studying psychology in school. So she already is equipped with some of this stuff, and so when she came down there to check on him, I'm telling the story because he was like, instead of him letting her, basically therapist her, because I forget what they say in the show. He's like, don't be trying to therapist me, like, because she's in school and stuff like that. And they always kind of say that, like, don't try to use those tricks on me. So, like, she wasn't trying to do that, but she also noticed that he was kind of avoiding his problems by trying to be sexual. So that's why I started telling the story. And she was like, no, don't try to mask your problems, or something like that. Don't try to be more sexual. Because he was like, let's have sex instead of talking about this. Let's have sex, and like, or he was even finding, like, pleasure in like certain parts of the event that, and turn it as sexual as well. But it was used as a distraction, it was used as a distraction away from what's really happening. So some of these people had to go celibate because they had to be forced to look at the problems as they're happening, or address those problems and not escape through these type of acts, these type of lifestyles as well, but more so of the act of intimacy, since that's what we're talking about, celibacy. And then we got judgment here. So judgment next to the world. Okay. And then that's in reverse. Ooh. So even that, like, maybe this is the reason why divine feminine wants to know about how divine masculine views celibacy as well, because she's been getting drugged through the mud. Okay. And on this judgment card, it looks like a mummy. Um, a mummy that they swore to never bring out again. So somebody could even swore to never have sex again, or never have sex before marriage again, or something like that, and then they change their mind, or they're not changing their mind. They're really adamant about it as well. But yeah, and I feel like it's an old mummy because the hair is gray on this mummy, and on other mummies in this deck, the hair appears to be more black. It's giving me Yeshua energy as well, even King Ramses energy. There, he got so tired of ruling at one point in time. He told Nut, like, carry me up, like, I'm tired of ruling. He didn't want to rule anymore. He's in a ruling position where he shouldn't have any worries, but something's happening so bad that he's like, I don't even want to do this ruling position where I have no worries, or these normal type of worries. Okay. Like, it's just so much chaos. So someone could also even feel that, or it felt like they needed to be celibate because of that, like, it's just that. Some people cut their hair because of that as well. They, uh, So someone could have done that, went through the big chop as a man or a woman as well, just as a confirmation. And then we got the Nine of Pentacles energy, like even being able to stand on their own 2 feet as well, or as long as you're independent, like as long as you doing things to contribute, like I'm not gonna judge you based on those type of things. A divine masculine could want to say to a divine feminine, and on one of these pentacles, on the Nine of Pentacles, it looks like rays of the sun is coming out as well. It's like, or you're my main trophy, or I see where my prize is, or I see what I won, as where I see my joy as well. I'm in my joy with you. Envious, okay, or even like someone is even probably a cute way jealous of you, like I'm jealous because you could last this long as well. Or maybe it's even a competition. Maybe both of y'all celibate. Is that the case? The hair font, wow. So it could be that. The Taurus, a group of people, maybe even making a vow. There's a dark skinned man. It looks like a similar man that was getting beat up earlier on his knees. And then it looks like Osiris is on this picture. He's the god of the underworld, someone's dad, or like someone's dad has been envious of them since the beginning of time. Like you have the same spirit following you as the dad. Every time you reincarnate, or this dad, or they will never reincarnate, and then when it came to you, or something you did, they reincarnated. All right. Yeah, and then I'm saying that in this reading in general, like what a sweet comeback as well. Maybe you have a sweet dad, or maybe your dad used to be mean, now they're sweet or something like that, or they thought you were mean and now they see the sweetness in you. All right, sweetness. That movie Roll Bounce could be significant. Bow Wow's in there. What's his name? I don't know. Brandon, is his name like Brandon or something? I'd be thinking it's like Brandon or Terrence or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know what his name is. But him, Jonathan Wesley, and what's her name? Journey Smollett. I only know that because when that movie came out, people thought I had a twin. Which, and it was like, why you didn't tell me you had a twin? I was like, she's cute to me, but I'm like, no, I don't have no twin. But yeah, somebody could look like, those people have the same names or initials as those people in that movie that star in that movie. And we Zero Zeroni, what's his real name? Was it Hector? Hector Zeroni. That played in that movie Hoes. He's also in Robots, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and Hector Zeroni in the movie Hoes, he was actually the heir, and we just had to verify. He was the heir of a family of gypsies who basically cursed his best friend's family. So that's a mouthful. You'll have to see the movie to know exactly what I'm talking about if you didn't get it. But you know what I'm if you know type of energy. But it's interesting because it's like both of them were underdogs of each of their family. Both of them were, and then but they were the keys to defeating the curses in each of their families. It's crazy. So something like that is very significant. And then we got the Eight of Swords here in reverse. Even jail, or like someone even got good at it because like good at abstaining because of jail, or somebody turned because of jail. Take it out if you need to. Something like that is significant. But on here, I almost said admit, but this is Torah Red. Okay, someone could be pregnant, was pregnant in jail as well. This could have been one of those curses as well. Even the masters taking over the subordinates, or something like that could be significant. But she's representing Genesis, the beginning of time, and then there's a crocodile on her back, and she's part crocodile as well. So yeah, y'all messing with the source or something like that. But yeah, I'm getting like someone is finally getting that monkey off their back or something like that. That's all they probably dealt with people. That's all that only saw them as sexual objects, or just only saw them for sex as well. They didn't have to be a hoe or nothing, but that's the only thing they could get. And some of them were probably gay. That's why. Anyway, then we got someone could be born in 88 or around the years of 88, and they were bringing me the cop, and I was kind of just hinting at that in a prison or a correctional officer as well in particular. It says cape, but they were pointing me to cop in this 8 of cups. And then there's a palm tree on this 8 of cups that's in reverse, and palm trees represent grace. So someone is falling from grace. All right, the Empress. Okay, so falling off their throne, or even a grandmother or older figure, a mother figure in general as well could be significant. Mother Mutt will cut you with their words, kill you with their sword. Killing you softly with their sword. The Fugees, but I remix it sometime with that. But yeah, and then we have 2 of Cups here. Yeah, so this Empress, or so they're leaving, so a new one could step in as well. So they also wanted to cleanse themselves for that. They could also take like yoni baths or goddess baths, or you would benefit for something like that. Divine Feminine, and then who's a woman. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, or someone needs to study up on the subject. Even a man is probably taking out time to study up on the subject when it comes to like celibacy, women, reproductive systems, um, things that happen with fertility as well. It's giving me one of those things where, like a first time dad who's very excited to be a dad, and then they buy all these books, they read all these books, and they don't just read the books for the baby. They read the books of how to support the mother, or like they read the books and see what the mother needs. And they're saying with this Empress, their wife, whether kids are involved or not, they're doing that based on whatever problem this Divine Feminine has. They're like, okay, how can I support them in that, or what supplies I could buy for that? Like, even if I can't help, make the problem go away, like I could help equip them to um, address the problem. And then we got Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be with kids, especially, but yeah, someone could be pregnant with a boy or about to have a boy, or wants another boy as well. And then or your boy is the oldest child. But yeah, so something has been, happening for a long time, or, they've been wanting to just take it slow. And I was saying, like, maybe someone's a virgin and they're just scared of losing their virginity. And I pick up a lot in my readings. I haven't been picking up it lately, so but that there's a divine masculine who's a man, who hasn't lost his virginity yet. And then we have the Chariot in reverse, even car problems or car issues, or it's giving me mechanical things, but like not actually the labor of fixing the car. It's like the mechanics of something, the situation. So somebody's really trying to figure out how something works, anatomy. Maybe they studying something. That's what they're studying in school. I don't know, but I'm getting that they're getting to the gritty of things, or nitty gritty of things. Okay, nitty boy, young jock, Queen of Swords in reverse, or they don't want to talk about something, or it was something that was hard to talk about. Maybe a mother issue. Even a female could have violated another female as well, who was an air sign. They were air sign of Cancer as well, Taurus. And then we got the Two of Wands. and And I start singing that song by Ed Sheeran, thinking out loud, when your legs don't work like they used to before, because he's on crutches on here. In reverse. So maybe someone's celibate, or, or would be open to celibacy because they've been there, done that. They've been doing enough. They need to give their wand a rest. They need to give their box a rest. They need to give it a rest. All right, especially this air sign. But air sign or a fire sign are just heavy masculine energy, or heavy females that are in heavy masculine energy. Maybe they are people who have a lot of testosterone. I'm getting around people as well. And then we got the Tower. I've been getting your energy all this time. The Tower, I knew it was here, okay? In reverse, or like God like ripped them away. Even this is giving me because the Tower, the tip of the tip of the Tower is broken. So it's like, somebody, the divine gave them a STI, spiritually transmitted infection and stuff like that as well. Or, gave you an indicator that this person is not safe to sleep with. All right. So hopefully that gave you the clarity you needed. Yeah, this person is a star, the Aquarius, okay, magician, or doing black magic. That's what you're doing. All right. Hey, it's your fault. It's your fault. Don't be mad when Father God thought come near you. We got justice in reverse, okay? Three of Pentacles, or there's a crooked person in the justice system, all right? Pulling the strings. It's always some bitch, though, and she about to be on her knees crying. Nine of Swords. They about to fuck you up in your nightmares, okay? As I'm recording this, or at least when I started recording this, it was, oh, yes, it was like almost 1, I want to say, if not a little bit past 1 a.m. in the morning. It is now 3:05. I'm not surprised, okay? I did a reading like a few months ago. It said they're not waking y'all up at 3 a.m. anymore, okay? And y'all see this prophecy coming true. Or y'all see the prophecy just playing out. But yeah, Nine of Swords came out as well. Or even that, it's like some of y'all got nightmares about people and God was coming through, trying to let you know, like, you don't need to do this with this particular person no more, or this person is doing you nothing but harm. 6336. So it could be born in that 93, 96, okay, 39 even, some old bitch, all right. 69, okay. 69. That's all you like to do. 69. Yeah. So somebody about to hand you something on a platter. They want to cater to you. I'm gonna leave it here. All right. 8 of Pentacles. You try to reach these grapes. You can't get none of these grapes now. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. He's like reaching for some grapes. Um but it looks like he's reaching from grapes from a tree that is only accessible to certain people, okay? So even if y'all pick the grapes from this tree, when you eat them, you're not gonna like them, or something like that, or something like that is significant. Somebody's picking it from grapes, and they were invited to pick those trees. That's like going to an apple orchard and you didn't go through the line to get there. You're just trying to, go through a bush or something like that. You don't even necessarily need to do that unless they're asking for a fee or something like that. But, or, whatever it is, it's like whatever is, I don't think the thing that's stopping them from coming in through the front door is the problem. Like they could easily meet that, but they rather do this way, like, or they don't want nobody to know that or something like that. Or they don't want, like, maybe like here, people don't want me to know they're watching me. All right. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, but now it's upright. All right. So I'll still sit at the top of the wheel. I can make all your tables turn. Taylor Swift. Okay. She's Aquarius too. 7 of Pentacles. Somebody about to deny an offer as well, or this was another thing, like this, because they didn't really, they dealt with people in the past that, really just didn't want to actually go that far with them. And they just lied to them. This King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, every time I talk about air sign, it's something bad. Okay. And I believe I'm a rise on here, who's the original and official form of Jesus. And then the Four of Swords. They're like, that's your funeral. Okay. So what? All right. When I saw the Three of Swords, I was feeling the Four of Swords. So, which, see, it's something like they think they're stopping something in one way, and it's like, thank you. It's almost like they're telling me not to walk down this path, because they set a booby trap as well. It's like, but I already like kind of got an inkling before they told me to not walk down this path. And they didn't tell me to walk. They told me to stop walking down this path because they set up a booby trap that they instantly regret it or eventually regret it once they saw that I was going towards that way. So they were trying to save the day at the end of the day as well. So somebody is doing something like that too. It's like, it's weird. But anyway, I see y'all. I see it. All right. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope this message blessed y'all and y'all enjoyed it. Okay. Yeah. This page of wands. Keep watching. Go back and tell the good news. All right. Go back. All right. Tell them I said this. Tell them I said, you better get right or God will come over there and whip your ass. Tell them just like that. Tell them I said, God said. Just kidding. Kevin Hart could be significant. Then we got the Lovers, Gemini. Yeah, this air sign is very significant. And then Temperance, Sagittarius in reverse, and my odd is on there. Mama of all that, mother of a Sagittarius, King of Cups energy coming back out. So someone also could have had a father figure who passed away who was a water sign, and they left behind a son or something like that, or you found out they had another son with another family or something like that after they passed on. Like, joke's on you, bitch. Maybe next time, Batman. 4 cups. And all this 4 cups, he's bent over and stuff like that. Is giving me like they only want someone also went celibate because someone wanted to just do it to them from the back. Maybe they thought this person looked like a man, a little boy, or something like that. Yeah, somebody really did a big chop. This air sign was like really turned off by somebody, or this air sign really wanted to kill someone, escape death, or just escape death. Yeah, every time I talk about an air sign, especially probably as a man, air sign, death comes up. Okay, this person could have been like performing on the street as well. They could have had a group of people, or they were doing something on the street with the justice system. Yeah, these people be hiring people that look like us to try to spy on us. 6 of Wands. Yeah, a successful person, or see how you getting your success and shit like that with the World card. It could have been a Leo, Aquarius. It's heavy Aquarius then. Heavy Aquarius and Gemini. Leo, Libra. But I wasn't trying to say Libra. Leo and Scorpio and Taurus. And then a Wheel of Fortune coming out again. With the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, this person is unstable. Somebody's unstable or something like that. This Magician, okay, I don't even know how your shit is even working. How you think that shit working? Okay, and then on this Magician card, which is in reverse, is God happy? And I look at his name as God is happy. And so for it to be in reverse, God is unhappy. But he's male fertility. Someone also could be hating on another man because it don't look like it takes him nothing to produce kids or bring kids into the world or something like that. Or it doesn't take him nothing to, get girls or something like that. No girl getting, homie. You ain't fresh as I'm is to get the chain. You get it crunk like me, but you can't. All right. Bow Wow, Jaquan, Jermaine Dupri. He keeps coming out. JD's. Okay. Georgia Down Projects. What up? Give me some of them grits. And then, so we got the 6 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles now upright. But 6 of Swords is in reverse. And then a King of Wands in reverse. So it's like now someone's maybe even mature enough to get whatever someone is trying to give to them. It could be an inheritance, official one as well. And we had the 8 of Wands here. So even is now time for you to get this communication about something. Because that's been trying to keep you stuck or held back or something like that. You could be a fire sign man or woman, especially Sagittarius and Aries. Okay, but now Leo's coming out, but so Leo heavy. Maybe even without a doubt. And she's like holding the lion's mouth open. It's like, don't get him, okay? Or don't stop something. And Ramses, yeah, he's very close to you. King Ramses, he's one of the first kings, basically. When it was time for us to be royalty, like time for us to exercise God's plan. And then he was with Queen Nefertari, who is the original and official form of Queen Nefertiti. And Queen Nefertiti's name means a beauty has come. So she was an official beautiful person. So someone's attacking the source of the beauty. So it's attacking someone's mother or mother figure is very significant because of the recognition. Yeah, and then we got Two of Wands coming back out again with the Empress, and then the Fool. Wow, especially someone's pregnant or vulnerability, or they're bringing up that, a time when you're vulnerable and pregnant, or just did that, and somebody was trying to stop someone from going as well. You can have an orange cat, or someone was questioning your ability to be so nice. Like no one's that nice. My cat Ginger, he told me that one day, or at least that's what I was sensing. I think it's true though. I think it's true that he was saying no one's that nice. Okay, he bit me, and I believe I still have the scar from it. Yeah, and it was crazy. Like no one's that nice. All right, he said that to me. No one's that nice, and I was kind of even, confused, but like didn't know what to do with that. Like, so do I just be mean? And then I'm like, I prefer to be nice. I feel in my natural habitat when I'm nice. I start here, and I say kindness start here because I really believe that. Kindness starts with me. Changes start with us, right? It all starts with us. Someone's name could be Trey. Yeah, that S is very significant. But yeah, and then we got the sun out in reverse. So somebody does not want something to get out about them, about this betrayal, how they were behind this betrayal, this Ten of Swords. And then we got the Hangman, because this man gonna get his ass whooped. All right. And I believe Amon Rod is on this card too. And this is upright because this sacrifice. Wow, they running. And then speaking of TD and Nevertari comes out on the Queen of Cups in reverse. But yeah, on this Hangman, he's holding somebody by their hair, pulling them by their hair, and they're on their knees, like begging for mercy. It's like he about to whip their ass. And there's a parrot standing on top of some plants, trying to give him another wand. Like, get him with this too. Get him with this too. Someone could also have a hype man, or someone who's like doesn't mind being the third wheel. It's reminding me of that cartoon. What's it called? Talking Tom and Friends. One of the like the main character, he's with his girl. It's Tom and Angela. And then but there's a guy, he's always over Tom's house. And and I don't know if he's the roommate or something as well, but he does things with them too, and he doesn't mind being a third wheel. Like, he doesn't be like, man, I want somebody for myself. Like, he does not mind being a third wheel. So something like that is very significant. And on this Queen of Cups energy with Nevertari, she's sitting down, but she also has a child on her arm who's pointing her in a direction. Also, it could be like the answers are coming from the children as well. Anyway, then we got the Four of Wands, which is with a couple, and then the man is hovering his hand over this child in front of him, in front of this couple. They sit down, and then this child is standing up. See, the child has the answer. Kid is king. Okay, someone could really like to play chess. And then we got the Emperor ending it off. All right, so I hope this message really blessed y'all and y'all enjoyed it. It was not supposed to be this long, okay? I may not come back tomorrow or later on, I guess. But yeah, so the Emperor energy, that'd be my God card, or Divine Masculine energy. And when I first picked up this deck for Divine Masculine, Emperor came out first. So it's like the beginning and the end. No matter if y'all think y'all getting out at the exit and shit like that, God is there. Because God is unhappy with how y'all been doing things. And then not only y'all been doing shit, y'all been fucking up shit and then leaving it. All right? Y'all ransack something and then y'all running out the door. I'm getting that. Or y'all about to be doing that and y'all going to get caught. It is going to be God. But yeah, so hope this message blessed y'all and y'all enjoyed it. So Queen Nevertari or Nevertari and King Ramses basically came out. Okay, so Aries and Taurus could be together, as well, or Aries and a Libra could be together or trying to work something out together. So good luck with that. I hope this message blessed y'all. Y'all enjoyed it. Okay. And anything you want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. Thank you, God and God's team, for your messages today. I hope I did you all justice. Please come back and visit me in the future. Okay. Kiss your kids for me. If you are new here, welcome. I hope that you consider and decide to subscribe, join this tribe, this kingdom of God. We're a bit of here through tarot. Yes, through tarot. Okay. Um, your presence means a lot to me, however long you chose to stay and stuff like that, however long you come back, choose to come back and stuff like that, however often you choose to come back. I appreciate that because people mess with us. Our channel has been under spiritual warfare for now over 4 years. And no matter what, like we're so small, compared to others, and how free others are able to be, um we're so small compared to that, or we're not able to be as free as others are able to be, and people still choose to attack us. So, it means a lot to me, and I want this as evidence to show that when I am where I'm supposed to be rightfully, where I need to be even, uh, that I started somewhere, and it wasn't always this way. Because every time I win big, people act like I didn't do much or I didn't have to go through anything to get that. So one or two people, no likes, some likes, whatever. They're going to be millions of that in the future. And people are going to forget these days. But if they come back and see things like this, they're going to know it was never this. It was never just that. It was always this. And I'm surprised I'm able to even see just that for you to wonder. Because y'all know how y'all feel when y'all find somebody y'all really attracted to. Y'all start going to their older things. Some of y'all questioning it out of curiosity, but some of y'all questioning it out of like, nah, they're lying. Our assumption, I would say then. Anyway, I love you guys. And OG God and Goddess this. Thank y'all so much for y'all continued support. I really appreciate y'all. You see what they do to us? You see what they've been doing to us, all right? But we gangsters for the Lord and Lady, okay? That means they gangster for us because they're original God and Goddesses, all right? They the creation of the God and Goddesses, all right? Motherfuckers who've been invited to be a God and Goddess think they could just be the God and Goddess that created the God and Goddess, all right? And I'm not just talking about the name, the idea, the ideal, the ideals, the morals, the morality we live in. So have fun, all right? But I don't want to hear your cries for mercy. I don't want to even hear the effects because most of the time I'm not going to hear the effects. That's how good I am. I don't care about the effects. You hit me and you didn't care about my effects. So when I hit you back, I don't care about yours. Although it is very entertaining to see these fat jelly motherfuckers. But at this point, I don't even care. I'm bored. I'm tired of seeing that. Roll your jelly donut looking ass over somewhere else. There was one time I was in this Facebook group and I posted something. No, somebody else posted something against the parents. And I was advocating for the parents, even though I was in this group as someone who should probably be advocating for the person complaining about the parents. And I said something, and it was in regards to screen time, or so this nanny was complaining that the parents only allow their children to have screen time, and she can't take them out to play and stuff like that. Or it was something where screen time was this, or it was brought up, she was complaining about the screen time. And while I understood, her concern as the nanny and stuff like that, I also understand the parents' concern. So I was even saying it from the perspective was like, okay, well, maybe I was making it seem like, maybe it's okay for them to, if they're okay with, their children, doing screen time this much or whatever, they should be okay. It was something in that sense. I can't remember anymore, but I've been called to explain the situation because these motherfuckers would throw shots, and then as soon as you fucking hit they ass back, they want to act like they never threw a shot. So I'm saying this to I'm commenting on the thread like everybody else is, okay? Someone comments on my comment and says, low IQ much? Or something. Some rude as fuck, attacking my education, my intellect. And she looked like this fucking bitch that ate the berries you're not supposed to eat on fucking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie. And then I go to her page, her husband looks the same. But I didn't even go to her page. I actually just looked at the fucking profile picture. Because she wants everybody to know she's married. Someone chose her motherfucking ass. And I said something along the lines of, y'all taking up a bunch of space. But you could attack my brain, knowing nothing about me. And then I'm not talking to you. As soon as I say that, I'm being called as a person who's body shaming. I've done the most. And then somebody else gonna comment and say, take your mean comments somewhere else. Like it's her fucking group. And then the bitch just stopped there. She goes on my page and said, comments on one of my videos, one of my tarot videos. And this is on Facebook. Do you ever look in the mirror much? Anything I said to her stayed on that page. Why are you on my personal page? I didn't even go to her page. But because I see her loud as day on her fucking profile picture with her husband, I could see from the picture you're taking up a lot of space. You feel the need to find something else, but you started it. You started it. And then I get, what was it called? Pulled on timeout in that group and stuff. And then they say because of the body shaming comments. But ignore what she said to me. And I got kicked out of the group. I couldn't even tell them that she went even on my page even further. After that happened to me, she went on my page even further saying shit. And she's Caucasian. And this group was filled with Caucasian people, but the person who posted it was Black. And in this group, I'm known to give, very insightful answers and stuff like that. So much I don't even like to comment on it because I know people like that exist in that group. She didn't even have to say that to me. But I swung back at her ass. And then I'm just the biggest fucking person. And all I said, it was based on her picture. I could go, the one that said that I need to take my comments somewhere else or mean comments somewhere else. She's like, I could, like you going on people's profile, I could look on your profile too. Based on how you're talking, doesn't seem like you're working for God or something like that. They both went to my fucking page, and I didn't even go to neither one of their pages. And then I comment on someone else's page. I mean, I'm commenting on someone else's post. The other one was white too. But I'm like, I wouldn't have said nothing to neither one of them if they didn't say nothing to me. But I'm the bad guy. I used to be one of the top members in them groups. You know, they start grading you with points and shit like that. And I used to just do it because I didn't mind doing it. It used to be like one of my points of my day to help somebody out in that group. And after that, I didn't want to do it no more. And I don't even know if I'm still in that group. I feel like I've seen a notification about that group before, but I don't even know if I'm in that group anymore. Again, I prefer not to sit with motherfuckers like that. I prefer not to be where the fuck I'm not wanted. But it wasn't even that I'm not wanted. It's that I wouldn't be supported if I am wanted. You didn't consider none of that. Because I know it tells you like history of this person's activity in this stuff. And you know I do. You know what that history said. And even how they said it, you could, I felt the energy through those words that says, like, I didn't even want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to ding you for the body shaming comment. But I wouldn't have said nothing to this body at all. And she didn't say nothing to me. But why is it being treated so differently? Because I'm talking about her body, that a society has established some type of rule that I can't say nothing about nobody's body if it's not a normal shape according to society. But she could say anything to me about my fucking intellect, and then under presumptuous things. Assumption. Because I even said, like, I didn't just say da 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 da. I didn't just clap back at her. I didn't just come back at her. I said, actually, I'm, like, I'm educated. I've been in gifted classes all my life. I said other things before I got to that, but I'm like, it's interesting that you said stuff like this. And then I start going on her and her husband and how much space they take up. And that's all I really said. How much space they take up. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself taking up that much space. Because your ass spreading all that shit, that means your fucking impact is fucking heavier than it needs to fucking be. But because I'm so motherfucking smart, that shit went over everybody motherfucking head, and all they had to do is grab at the fact that I was body shaming. That's all they got out of that. Because if you really think about it, it wasn't really to shame your fucking body. It was to show you how motherfucking smart I am compared to your motherfucking ass. And you proved me right. Because that's all y'all motherfucking stupid asses saw. Interestingly enough, you were talking about me originally and my intellect. Like, that was my volunteer service for the day. Like, I used to be active in that group like that. Like, I looked at it as that. I looked at it as like, I'm giving free advice, Those who appreciate it will appreciate it. And it's funny because all this happened, and then when the author finally gets a hold of it, she's trying to jump on the bandwagon, which looks stupider, even more stupid. And I'm like, if you really pay attention to that, and so all these reactions are showing how stupid you guys are, and you were trying to throw a ball at me and say I'm stupid, and I'm not. Even my comebacks are not stupid. so much I don't even care to remember them that much. I care to remember the principle of why I said what the fuck I said. And I will always remember that. And I will always remember it as if this. Because everybody, most of the time when there's prejudice or racism present in my life, they always treat it like that. I didn't want to have to do this. You were in the right until you said this body shaming comment. But it really wasn't really that much of a body shaming comment. But good. Thank you for showing me who the fuck you are. I'm not going to even try to appeal it. Not going to even try to explain myself. For what? Why? You're the one claiming I'm not that intelligent, right? So why do I need to explain shit to you? For what? But yeah, so sorry. Thank y'all for listening if y'all are listening to that part. But yeah, so I'm supposed to be gone. Bye, you guys. I love you guys. You know who I'm talking to. All right. And kiss your kids for me. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, whether I see you later or not. All right. I try to come on here every single day. If it's the Lord's willing, if God's willing, all right. God's willing. But yeah, so yeah, so I'll see you later. But yeah, please like the video if you haven't already. You made it this far, all right? You care that much about what I got to say. You might as well like the video today. Thank you. Please and thank you. Bye.